Hi, everyone. So this morning, which is the morning of the 22nd, so that's the 22nd of November, which is a geometric and numerologically powerful portal day, as the 22nd is every month this year in the 22nd year. So this is the 22nd of the 11th, 2022. I had a dream. And in this dream, I was shown a visual in my mind, but I was actually dreaming the whole time. And in the dream, I actually stood up on my bed, and then on the wall of the bedroom, I drew the diagram that I was being shown in the dream. I think I must have drawn this so that I would remember it. I very rarely get diagrams. I know some psychics and channels do get all sorts of diagrams. I very rarely do. I have had the odd few. There are some diagrams in my books, and in the recent fundraising talk that I did, New Earth Seeding, there was a diagram there as well that I'd been shown. But this was a dream diagram that I was shown. I woke up and my first thought is, oh no, not a diagram, please, because I mean, I kid you not, I am useless at drawing. So, but I know that I have to release this diagram. So the diagram is discussing the Great Awakening and the perception of it in different kinds of individuals. So I'm going to do my best with drawing this diagram. So let me just get this up so I can, I mean, to be honest, I might be better off actually using the screen rather than this. But anyway, let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Okay, bear with me. As I said, I'm completely useless at drawing. Okay, so the graph is really simple. So it's like this and like this. So that's the graph. This represents here the Great Awakening, perception or perspective and experience of. So the experience of the Great Awakening itself, the experience of reality at the moment and as we go forward. This is linear time. Okay, so this is what I was shown. So say you're a person and you're just going along linear time like this. So that's your linear time as we go forward over the next however long. And this here is the perception of the Great Awakening and the experience of it. And down here at the bottom, we've got like an apocalyptic view of this experience. So we have disaster after disaster. We have an Armageddon type scenario, bearing in mind that this is all to do with the fictional novel. This diagram was shown to me, so it can be explained in the novel, and it will be all part of the fiction. So down here we've got the experience of Armageddon, an apocalyptic view, disaster after disaster, the collapse of everything just falling apart, reality in life as we know it just completely collapsing. Doom, gloom, disaster, etc., etc. is down here, the bottom of this pole. And up here, up the top of this pole, here's the top, we have ascension, Kundalini awakening, higher experience, unity consciousness, connection with higher dimensional intelligence and extraterrestrial intelligence, joy, love, bliss, togetherness, celebration. And basically the perception is the move into a new octave, a higher octave, a new dimension, the fifth dimension, new earth. So that's the perception and the experience we have is new earth. And down here we have Armageddon. as an experience. So it's the same reality, the exact same reality that we are moving through. So people often say to me, will this happen? Will that happen? Are we going to experience this? Are we going to experience that? Well, from what I was shown in this diagram, the whole thing is subjective as to how it's experienced, because your subjective belief and knowing creates the reality that you experience, as you are in charge of your reality through your own thoughts and energy system. You are the master manifester. So this is all of that, and this is linear time. Okay, so this is what they showed me. Star seeds. So most star seeds are kind of up here in this area, is what they showed me. So as we go through linear time, they're not down here at any point. They're kind of up in here, and they're moving through linear time, experiencing all of this. So this is where the star seeds are. I must get a whiteboard. I didn't think I would have to explain diagrams, but there you go. So that's most of the star seeds, the great majority of the star seeds. Now, we do have a very rare few of individuals who are star seeds, but somehow they've become traumatized or lost within third dimensional reality, and they're more sort of down this end. And so you will have these individuals, as they go through linear time, experiencing more of this lower reality, Armageddon, apocalyptic reality. And these individuals may talk about this and teach this because that's what they're seeing. So what they're saying isn't wrong. That's their perception of the reality. These individuals are rare, very rare, as spiritual teachers and as people who are out there talking about this and manifesting this reality. They're very rare. Starseeds are mostly up here in this area as they go through linear time. And it's the same with normies. We'll call them normies. So you've got normies. Most of the normies are kind of down here going through linear time in this experience. And there are a few normies who are normies and haven't woken up at all, but are actually experiencing this without realizing anything about ascension or spirituality or metaphysics or even religion, although they may be within a religious paradigm. Normies, as in they haven't woken up to all of the different truths within reality, but they are actually experiencing the higher aspect. And so as I was drawing this diagram on the wall in my dream, I was told that everyone has a what was the word they used? Everyone has a it's not incline. Everyone has an it's not incline, it's not octave. Bear with me. I'm just going to see if I can find the word they said to me, because I've forgotten it and I did take some notes. Let me just check my email. Trust me to not be prepared. Diagram. Subjective. A gradient. Sorry about that. It's a gradient. The reason why I don't remember is I don't really understand what these things mean. I mean, when I was at school, I was absolutely useless with maths. And if any teacher showed me a graph, I mean, I would just literally sit there with my head in my hands. I didn't understand graphs. A gradient. Every person has a gradient, like a curve line. So I'm not sure how well I'm explaining this, but let's keep going. A normie going through this experience down here will still have an awakening gradient. Everyone is awakening in some form to something, in some way, even if they're awakening from one belief system that's false into another belief system that's also false. But that movement is still a higher movement, as the second false belief is closer to truth than the first false belief, even though it's still false. So normies will have a gradient as they go through linear time that will kind of incline very, very slowly through linear time and may sort of go like this, very close to, all within this lower vibrational Armageddon apocalyptic reality. So even though there's an awakening going on, they're still within this. The starseeds that are already awakened before reality started to present an awakening in so many different ways. Obviously, everyone starts off at a certain point, but starseeds have come in and they're not on this perception from birth. Most starseeds are at least here and often here. So they will start off with an awareness. There are some starseeds, however, that have started off down here. So the starseeds that are already here are within a gradient that's kind of moving this way upwards. Starseeds that started here, as in no awakening, have often fast-tracked. So some of them might sort of go into a lower awakening for a while and then wake up like this, but most have fast-tracked and just gone like this into a curve. So they've got a really steep gradient. That's a difficult path because they've moved from no awakening to awakening. The starseeds that have had some form of awakening right since childhood, since birth, have been up here in their perception and their experience of reality all along. And then those who don't actually wake up to any of this new earth, Kundalini, awakening, ascension, higher octave of reality, stay down here. The point of this is that it's the same reality. It's going to be experienced as different realities, as in different planets, a bifurcation. So one part of the bifurcation's down here, the other side is up here, but it's the same reality and each individual is experiencing it differently. So this is what I was shown last night. Out of the blue, did not expect a diagram. And as I said, I got up in the dream and I drew the diagram on the wall. So when I opened my eyes, I remembered the whole diagram and knew that I had to share it. So that's explaining everyone's personal, subjective experience, belief system and paradigm specific to the Great Awakening through linear time. Okay, thank you very much for listening. I'll be back soon. Bye.